So the basic design of our tent is going to be something like this. So it's long rectangularly, then we've got the doors going to add on like that, and at the bottom, whoops, wasn't very good, was it? There, like that. Okay, so the ridge pole goes along this bit here. My drawing is terrible, and that's the plan.
What she's currently doing is cutting in half lengthways the 6 metre long strip of white wool in order to basically put the tent together. So it's going to be one thick grey strip in the middle that's 6 metres up and over, or 3 metres each side, and then 2 smaller strips or thinner strips of white either side of it for the tent. And that'll be a Viking tent. Yeah!
What I've got here is the door flap and the main tent cover, and I should really, I suppose, come right-handed, start from the other end and work down this way. However, if I do that, I'm not going to know where to position the pointy bit at the end of the door. So I'm starting at this end. I'm going to just pop it like this. This has been cut on the bias and it stretches. I don't want to pull it tight, so I'm actually going to use pins, which I rarely do. And I'm just going to pin along here. Just so I've got like an inch or so at the top, maybe a little less. This material has actually got some holes along the selvage, so I'm actually using those as a guide so I can get it fairly even. And then what I'm going to do is fold that over there like that. Oh, tell a lie. I'm going to stitch along here first, and then once those are stitched together, then I'm going to fold that over, and I'm going to fold it over again where the stitching is, and I'm going to sew along here. It'll be more evident in a moment, and I should end up with a seam similar to this one, where I've got 2 lines of stitching on one side, and then on the other side I've just got the 1 line of stitching. So first things first, I'm going to pin this along here. I've pinned as far as I wanted to go. I'm going to take about 1 centimetre and I'm going to start sewing. So I haven't got a knot at the end of my thread. I'm just going to pull it through and stop about there. I'm going to do the same again on the same space. And one more time. Just watching my threads go around the pin. And there we go. Alright, so now I'm going to do just a simple running stitch, like I said, about 1 centimetre from the top of the grey there, about there. I'm going to put my needle in, I'm going to run it along about 3 stitches and then pull it through. My pin's in the way a bit, so I'm going to take that one out now. As you can see, it's all kind of gathered up a bit there, so I'm just going to not going to pull it tight, just going to pull it so it's a little bit on the loose side there on that last one, and then it'll all even itself out. So again, I'm going to make a run of 3 stitches. You can do less or more, up to you. I hold that back thread down so it doesn't get caught up in my wool, and draw it through, and just take the last one so it's a little bit loose so it doesn't all bunch up. I'm going to do that all the way down, making sure I don't pull on this stretchy edge here. Last thing I want is soggy doors. So I'm just going to go all the way along, and then I'll finish it at the end just like I did at the beginning, running over 3 stitches, and that'll be that. So I've got to the end, and my door is actually on the tent cover now. See, there's the other side. So now what I need to do is the second part of the hem. I'm just going to trim this bit off of here because it just gets in the way. So now I will trim that all the way down, and then I'm going to fold that bit over there like that, and then that bit over there like that. So the door and the cover essentially are flat. You fold that bit over, and then you fold the whole thing over again, and it becomes completely flat, and that rough edge is kept in. Okay, so once again, here's my flat piece. I'm going to fold that bit over there. I'm going to fold it over again. Let's hold it in place there. See, I told you I don't use pins. And I'm going to do my anchoring stitch. So the door is actually attached to the cover already. So by anchoring, I'm actually anchoring the thread, not the door, is what I mean. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that the one bit's gone over like that, and then bring it over again. See, there's my original stitch line, and another running seam all the way down there, down to the other end.